Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TRXC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called, representing 1 day's worth of price action, which you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where the red and green lines are coming from, but they factor into today's video. Well, one of them does. First thing I'm going to do, though, is just get rid of that line. Sure, it still pertains. It's just not relevant, and I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's clutter with lines all over the place. So let's just try to keep this as clean as possible. And the first update, though, that does need to be made comes from a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they'll act as resistance, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that watched yesterday's video. But for those of you that did, I put that line, right there around, the 560 mark, and I talked about that as support. And, this could be thrown right into a textbook, but as that rule states, when supports are broken, which it was, they act as resistance, and surprise, surprise, I promise I have not moved that red line. If you don't believe me, I'm not offended. I realize I'm a stranger on the internet. All you got to do, though, is go back and watch the video from June 27th, and you'll see that line was there, and I was talking about it as support. So point here being, not that the price can't break above that area. I'm just saying it makes sense why the price did get rejected from it. And if the price does get up around the 550, 560 area again, that is definitely going to be public enemy number one. But before you even talk about that level, now the new near-term level is going to be that purple line right there, the 50-period simple moving average. Because of that same rule that I've talked about, when levels of support are broken, tend to act as resistance. And that purple line had been the level of support, but with the price now below it, that would be considered an area of resistance now too. What about current levels of support as far as things currently stand? Right now, ideally going forward, if the price can stay up above 465, that would be a good sign of power. Okay, yeah. And yes, I'm thinking and talking to myself. So yeah, after that, if 465 can't hold, then it's looking like right around 440-ish would be that next key level of support. And, I'll just map it out as that because the price did show some signs of strength with the bounce. So we'll see what happens with it tomorrow and then next week. But pretty volatile. And, yeah, priority number one, just stabilizing, building some higher base and going sideways. So let's see if the bulls can take that first step or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.